Now, state leaders took a firm stance against drug addiction this morning at the Capitol.
Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders offered her support on a bill that creates steep penalties for those caught trafficking and distributing illegal drugs. And as KTHV 11's Ian Russell shows us, this means especially fentanyl.
Harsh penalties, that's the thought behind endorsing a bill that would prosecute those who are caught dealing fentanyl that leads to an overdose.
To discuss one of the most pressing issues facing our state, which is drug addiction.
Fear is a powerful motivator, and it's one Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is hoping stops drug addiction at the source.
Arkansas will charge drug dealers with murder if they deliver drugs that cause an overdose. For the most heinous drug dealers, those who traffic fentanyl to children, we will charge them with life in prison.
Joined by Attorney General Tim Griffin, the governor announced she'll sign Senate Bill 283, also known as the Fentanyl Enforcement and Accountability Act of 2023, when it makes its way to her desk. While the penalties are strong, there are some who don't think it does enough.
And that's being driven by the widespread availability of synthetic opioids on the streets. And it's killing people. It's killing Arkansans.
Justin Buck, executive director of the Wolf Street Foundation, says there also needs to be other options for rehabilitation.
But we can't just stop the problem at the street. We have to also support recovery efforts for people who have suffered an overdose and survived.
He agrees that this bill is a good start, but more, including what qualifies, should be included.
It's possible that a good move on this bill might be to expand the definition of those drugs or the list of those drugs that they're looking at and just say anyone who deals any drug that causes an overdose death might be subject to this kind of sentence.
And while fear is a powerful motivator, Buck says they've got to look at the situation as a whole.
So if we can pair this kind of legislation to make change in the justice system with more support in the community, I think we're going to see great change in our community and we're going to see those overdose deaths start coming down.
In Little Rock, Ian Russell, KTHV 11 News.
Now, Griffin's former chief of staff, State Senator Ben Gilmore, is the lead sponsor of this bill. He filed it earlier this afternoon. State Rep Jimmy Gazaway is the co-sponsor in the House.